Hey y'all, it's me, Prettywitty77, and welcome back to another edition of the Deep Condish, where we deep condition together weekly while we get the dish on whatever sis. So grab your conditioners and let's condish. So welcome again. Happy April. Even though the US is kind of like on lockdown right now, happy April. If you have an April birthday, like, I sincerely wish you a happy birthday, sis. Hopefully you guys can like, not to laugh, but hopefully you guys can, like, you know, make your day special on your special day. But when it's all over with, I need y'all to hit the streets for me. You know what I'm saying? For me, because I know I don't know what I would do, you know. So anyways, let me go ahead and get into the video. Y'all already know I start off my deep condition with shout outs. Okay, so I've been on the live stream a little heavy, you know what I'm saying, this year, and I got a couple shout outs. So we had a game night, we had a quarantine, and what was it, quarantine game night, yeah, something like that. No, social distancing game night. That's what it was. So shout out to you guys who kind of won the game we were playing on game night. Jasmine Renee, Jackie, L Mitchell, Squared 512D, Brittany K, and also on the live stream that we just did, shout out to just participation. Shout out to Shakayla, Lauren Hill, Kathy, Valencia, and Angels. So shout out to everybody who stopped through the live stream, kick it with your girl, participate. If you want to shout out, check me out on live next Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be kicking it there. I might pop in, just a heavy mic pop in so we can kick it, you know what I'm saying? So hold on, wait, before I take the bag off my hair, let me show y'all what I'm using today to deep condition my hair. This is a cleanup. It's kind of a cleanup edition. So I did use this Soul Botanicals Chevy Ginger Super Deep Conditioner on live stream Sunday. I like it, y'all. Like, I like it. I would purchase it. I already got an extra one because when I bought it, I bought two just in case I liked it. But I will buy this again. But I'm gonna be using up the rest of this. I'm also gonna be using up the rest of this. The Main Choice peach black tea and vitamin fusion mask bay. This is definitely one of my favorite, and I'm going to be using up some 007 orange olive and agave conditioner mask. This is by Honey Handmade. Probably wouldn't purchase it again. Probably wouldn't. I wouldn't. And I'm also going to be using the Alacay Natural Avocado Cream Conditioner, Repair Mask, whatever. Would not purchase again. But like I said, it's not these. When I say would not purchase again, it don't mean that it's like horrible. Some of them be horrible, like, but it just don't automatically mean like, ugh. It just means that it's not elite enough because I know what I can get from a deep conditioner. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't bashing, but some of them need to be bashed. And this is my backup. This brand, I mean, I haven't opened it yet. Definitely one of my favorites as well, the Main Choice Ancient Egyptian Hair Mask, in case I run out. So I got my standby here. That's the control. So anyways, like I said, happy April. It's time to get started. Y'all know I like to keep the hair as damp and warm as possible before I start applying deep conditioner, because that's how I get in there. That's how I get in there real good. So yeah, that. So let's see. We normally start off with a fist pump for the week. I'm gonna switch it up for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Until things get back to the crazy normal that they were. So I'm about to give you some witty wisdom. Okay. So today's quote is it's not what you say to everybody else that determines your life. It's what you whisper to yourself that has the greatest power. So make sure you are you know, speaking nice to yourself, especially at a time like this. You know, you always speak positive to yourself. Don't ever talk to yourself in a negative way, sis. You big up yourself before anybody else big you up, okay? Now, don't let nobody tell you nothing different. So yes, that's the words of Witty, and that's a quote. I didn't come up with it, just, you know, give credit what credit due. I don't even know where the quote came from. I just Googled it. So yeah. And with that being said, we're going to dive into the Say What Curl, the Say What Curl segment. And, you know, I decided to throw it back today. So, I'm going to be throwing it back to the old days, okay? The old days before the natural hair movement, before everybody started cutting off their hair, before everybody started doing all kinds of stuff like that, okay? Back when relaxers were the most popular, I still think, I know a lot of people who still get relaxers, like, do you, boo? If you still get relaxed, just make sure you deep condition it. Like, do you? But anyways, even before that, like childhood, I wanted to just talk about a couple of childhood favorites and like the childhood things that weren't so pleasant and just left, like when you like smell something or see something from your childhood, you just get PTSD. So let's start with I feel like everybody, well, at least I feel like if you're a black girl and you didn't you don't have any memories with pink oil moisturizer, I feel like we just didn't, you know, maybe we just didn't live the same childhood. But I feel like that's just so staple in black girl history, pink oil moisturizer. And you know they got like a little Instagram page, they trying to be popping or whatever. I mean, I try some products. Pay me though, you know what I'm saying? I tried. But yeah, I feel like this just staple, okay? But before then, well, when I see my grandma use all the time, take away, I guess, what I'm finna say. Blue Magic, okay? I don't know. I feel like some people had the blue grease that they people use, and other people had like that green grease. I don't know if y'all know the name of the green one, let me know in the comments. But the Blue Magic was popping, okay? Boy, my grandma used to put some of that on her hair and grease up the scalp. Do you hear me? It'll be shining and just... My grandma had like salt and pepper hair. And you know what? Come to think of it, I don't know. I randomly... Okay, hear me out. I know it's some older people with long hair, but... you really don't see it that often. But I feel like my grandma had like a really good amount of hair, you know, for her age. And you know, I feel like sometimes when you're older too, it's easier to like to put on a wig, or I don't know what, you just see it more often. But my grandma would plait her hair, grease her hair and plait her hair up. Them plaits she used to, you know, I don't even know how many she used to have, but them plaits used to come by right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, them was some long plaits. They wasn't like down her back, but reminiscing about that, I feel like I have hair similar to my grandma's hair than anybody else. Well, people always say that my hair is like my mom's, but I don't know. Compared to all my siblings, I feel like my hair would be more like my grandma's hair or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, the Blue Magic used to work the magic, okay? A not so pleasant hair product or something from the old days would definitely... It ain't a video if I don't drop none. I feel like I haven't said that in so long. I haven't been clumsy on camera. Okay, so we back. Anyways, a not so pleasant memory would definitely have to be sulfur 8. Boy, does that stuff stink. I just couldn't get past the smell. Look, I'm done with these two, but I just couldn't get past the smell. The smell just didn't do it for me. It's so strong. And then some people swear by it. Who still use sulfur 8? Is that all of Destiny? Destiny, if you watching, I think it's somebody still be using that sulfur 8, cuz. And I even was watching like a TikTok video, and some girl, she was like making a concoction of like, she used like sulfur 8, like a whole bunch of like products that I haven't seen in so long, and she mixed them all together and put them back into like the tubes, and she said that this was supposed to be like a hair concoction that made her hair grow a lot. And I'm just like, go girl, it makes your hair grow. But I wouldn't try it. It was just too much. It was just too much petroleum for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna let you have it, but I don't know. It's just something about that smell. Like, y'all know. Okay, so hear me out. Y'all know how I feel about like peppermint. I feel like I say this every video. I'm just not a big fan of like pepperminty smelling things in my hair. But listen, I probably would prefer peppermint in my hair before I want that suffocate to touch my hair, okay? Now I don't really feel like I even just need to grease my scalp. I feel like my scalp is cool. I really don't have like dry scalp. Some people still grease their scalp, girl, go. Like, I don't, you know, some people feel a certain way. They be like, oh, it clogs your pores. You know what Witty say, do what works for you, okay? Like, I don't care. I mean, I might not like it. That don't mean y'all not to try it if you want to. So, yeah. Yeah, Stuff A just gave me, I don't know, the smell. It just smells stink. I don't know, like medicine. Like, oh, it just burn your nose when you inhale. And while I'm thinking about that, do anybody remember, man, I want to mix these up, but I don't want to cross-contaminate my products because I want some real moisturizer on this back portion of my hair. So I'm about to go in with this, my favorite. What was I about to say? Oh, another thing that really stank that I used to use, because y'all know back in the Gap, I feel like we just weren't, I wasn't gonna say we, I'm gonna speak for myself, and y'all can tell me if y'all agree, but I wasn't really savvy on how people be advertising something. I used to think that whatever, this is how gullible I was. I used to think whatever the thing, whatever said on the packaging, like for hair growth or will grow your hair, I used to be like, yes, my hair's gonna go from this. You know what I'm saying? But little did I know, it's just advertising. They put that on there all the time. They don't mean it's gonna grow your hair, but baby, Dr. Miracle had me. They got my money. They ripped me off, okay? I used to think the commercial, the advertising was really good. You hear me? It just made you feel like this is what you need to make your hair grow. And, you know, everybody was trying to make their hair grow. Well, I reckon, look at my age coming out. I reckon they still is trying to get their hair to grow, but baby, Dr. Miracle stinks so bad, baby, so bad. Dr. Miracle had relaxers, grease. Dr. Miracle had it all, but where are they now? Dr. Miracle, if you want me to try some products, send me the PR, sweetie. Sorry. Send me the PR, sweetie, okay? But, yeah. It's also something else that I was, like, addicted to back in the Gap. It came in like this, it wasn't like S-Curl, but it came in like a white bottle and it had blue writing. I should have looked it up before the video started. If y'all, and it was like a moisturizing lotion. It was like a moisturizer. If y'all know what I'm talking about, it wasn't nothing S-Curl. I know it wasn't nothing S-Curl. So, but if y'all know what I'm talking about, like, please leave it in the comments, or maybe I'll look it up. I probably can't even find it. I used to use that heavy for a moisturizer before I started my hair journey. Basically pre-hair journeys things is what we're talking about. But yeah, and you know what, all my life I did not deep condition my hair before I started taking care of my hair. Like, what was I doing? No wonder everybody's hair was breaking off and you was blaming relaxers for your hair being, well, some people were over processing, like, real talk. But like, I wasn't deep. The only time I deep conditioned my hair, the only time I had my hair deep conditioned is when I got a relaxer, like in an actual shop. Or, you know, when you, you know, I used to buy the box relaxers, and whatever treatment came in that box, that's the only time I used to keep, deep condition my hair back in the days. Like, I ain't know nothing about deep conditioning, but hunty, I'm so glad I found it. Yes, okay. I'm so happy I found it. But yeah, let me know what were some of the staples in your household, cause I feel like that's pretty much it. My sister used to love this Cream of Nature. Cream of Nature been around for a long time. My sister used to love this Cream of Nature deep conditioner, something she used to put on her hair. And I never, when I went back to try what she tried, I couldn't, it had too many. This was like, y'all, I'm talking like 2006, 6, 7 is when I was trying to find what this was a long time ago, okay? New decade, new things, new hair products. But yeah, let me know in the comments, sis. And also, well, listen, that concludes, I'm all over the place. That concludes the Say What Curl segment. If you are still watching and you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Sis, you know what to do. Hit the button. I got a feeling you're going to like it here. Also, if you're watching, I know you can be forgetful at times. Hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content, okay? Now, I already know the next segment is definitely going to be the Witty Listens. And what I've been listening to this week. I tried to listen to The Weekend Project again. I need to listen to The Party Next Door's new project. Still haven't gotten around to listening to that. But I got some homework for y'all, okay? Y'all know I always be giving y'all, like, underground artists and stuff, people who aren't as popular, just to give y'all a taste and, you know, to see if you're going to like some new stuff, you know, in these streets. So, today's person is, where am I? Her name is Tosh. That's, you know, T-A-S-H. And the song is called Cinnamon. It's a nice little smooth beat. I feel like I have a pretty good amount of music to make another candlelight shower playlist. You know what I'm saying? At a time like this, if you do live in the U.S., if your state is on lockdown, you can't go nowhere, now is the time, sis, to take advantage of my shower. Sorry, I have to burp. Sorry, excuse me. But again, I promise I do not. I hope my mic didn't pick that up on that. But excuse me. I'm gonna leave all that in. You can get all this realness. But now is the perfect time to try this candlelight shower playlist. Y'all already know. Light a couple of candles in the bathroom. Don't use the overhead light. Go buy the candle. Get your music. Cut on my playlist. So relaxing. I would prefer y'all use like essential oils. I like to use like lavender oil, just, you know, to drop it a little bit on the shower floor if you take showers, or if you take a bath, you know what I'm saying, you just put a little bit in there, but it just gets in the air and it's so relaxing. Boom. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to move right on to the witty reads. So let me tell y'all, for y'all bookworms out there, or just people who just like to hear about something that they might want to pick up, get ready, sis, because last time I didn't have that many books I read, but I got like 6. Okay, so let's get into it. First book, The Proposal. I would not recommend this book. Well, I would if you like romances. I mean, the book, the synopsis kind of made it seem like it was something else, but it was really a love story. I'm really not big on romance, so let's start there. I'm just not. It's just so boring, predictable. It always has the same ending. I just can't. But anyways, it's basically about this girl who was with this guy, and she wasn't with him that long, maybe about 3 months. I forgot. Hell, I done read it a little minute ago. And he took her to this football game, and he proposed to her on the Jumbotron, girl, in front of everybody. And she didn't really know him like that. Like, they weren't even dating like 6 months yet. So, if 6 months or less, I know it was a really small amount of time. Like, and man gonna propose to her on the Jumbotron and spell her name wrong. Like, you don't even know her enough to spell her name right. And she had like a simple name like Nicole. I think that's what it was. So, like, what? But I think she spelled it with a K. But if you dating somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyways. So, it's basically about her, you know, people got issues. They had it's a lot of underlying issues with, you know, a little healing that people needed to do in this book. I ain't really like it, you know, but maybe you do if you like that kind of stuff. So, definitely check out The Proposal if you like it. I would recommend it. The next one I read was How We Fight for Our Lives. This book was about a gay male, and he basically just tells his story. It's kind of like an autobiography, I guess. Or no, let me not. I think it's the wrong word. It's kind of like a memoir. And, you know, he just telling like what he went through and how he came into himself and his relationship with his mom. Like, it's really interesting. I miss memoirs. Like, I really love to look into other people's lives. It's literally one of my favorite categories. So I guess I need to look up some good ones to put on my reading list for the year. Y'all know I had a goal of 100 this year. I feel like I'm already at 30 something, maybe like 38. I don't know. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. But I'm well ahead of, I'm on target. I'm well ahead of my where I need to be to get where I want. Okay? So anyway, so that was a good little one. You can read it. It was not that long. Interesting. I just like to look at different people, different people's, like, my hair is shedding, okay? Anyways, the next book is what we read for the Witty Book Club, and it's Where the Crawdads Sing. I ain't like it. This book is, I'm talking about highly rated, y'all. Like, how this book be that highly rated and suck like this? Like, I did not like this book. Like, I can't even tell you. I could tell you what it's about, but if you want to hear what it's about, basically go back to the live stream we did last week and go check it out. We talk about it. We discuss it. If you've read it before, go check it out. A book about a girl who parents left her and she basically living in the house by herself, eating grits all day, just trying to survive, period. I don't know. It's kind of like a love story too. That's probably why I was a little bit like, oh, here we go again. Yeah. It's just so corny. You know what I'm saying? At least make it interesting. And this wasn't interesting. A whole bunch of marshes, okay? I bet y'all book club, it was like, girl. Okay, anyways. We're going to move on to the next book. Now, the next book is called Before I Go to Sleep. I knew when I was reading this book, I was like, why does this book sound so familiar? Like, this whole little thing. It turns out there is a movie of this, and I've seen the movie long time ago. I seen the movie so long ago that I know, you know what I'm saying, basically how the plot goes, but I forgot the details and the twist, you know what I'm saying? So, and y'all already know the book is always better than the movie. If it's a movie adaptation from a book, check out the book first. So I'm happy that I, did read the book after all this time. It was a book about a woman who had an accident and she suffers from memory loss. So every day she wake up, she forget everything that she did the previous day. She wakes up and she's married, so she wakes up beside this man. She doesn't recognize him. She's like, oh, he's hanging pictures up like, hey, you had an accident. I'm your husband. I'm here for you. Da 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 da. And she just basically trying to find herself with her. She's trying to find out what her previous life was like. Where are her friends? Did she have children? It's like, but every day she forget. So she has to keep a journal to kind of remember stuff, and it unfolds. Okay, it's a good book. It was just so suspenseful to me, like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen the next day, it's getting juicy, like, she remembering from her past, she's having flashbacks, her memory is getting better. It's a really good book if you already haven't seen the movie. I mean, even if you have, I still would recommend this book. Let's see. Now, the next book is called The First Mistake, and I gave this book a 5-star rating. It was just a ride, y'all. This book was such a ride. So let me tell you, this book, it starts off with this woman who, I don't really know how it starts off. Forgot. The beginning of the books always be kind of boring because I be trying to figure out what's going on and characters. You trying to learn everything. It's just like always like But anyways, this lady, she was with her husband, but one day he went off for a ski trip. I don't know, I forgot. But and he never returned, and she just left to pick up her life without him. So she tries to do that. She gets remarried. She finds a friend to confide in, that has a child, like, their kids can play together and stuff. But she kind of discovers that, her current husband, it kind of seemed like he cheating. You know what I'm saying? So she confides in her friend, like, girl, I think he's cheating. Oh my God. She's there for her or whatever. But it's kind of like 2 parts to this book, 2 stories, because then she has this friend. And then the book, which kind of confused me, the book just went into her friend's story about her life. And I just don't want to give away too much. But then it just goes crazy from there. It's just, All I'm gonna say is a man could never, okay? Could never. This book was good. It was just such a ride, I guess. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I like a book that'll have me like I was reading, well, listening to certain parts and my jaw like literally dropped on some parts, and usually books don't get that kind of reaction. I'd be like, like any book that can bring that out of me, it's a good book. So definitely check out The First Mistake if you want a wild ride. And the last book that I read or listened to, ain't shame. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm such not a big fan of it that I don't even want to use it. But I'm going to. True thought. The last book is called The Silent Sister. It's basically a book about this family. It's a younger girl. She has an older brother, and she had an older sister. Well, her mom died a couple years ago. Her dad died, so she's kind of left to, take charge of her dad's estate. So she's trying to figure out who goes to what. Her dad left this to somebody, different will. You know what I'm saying? So she's just trying to handle the business. She started discovering stuff like, okay, her older sister committed suicide when she was a baby. So she's trying to figure out but she really, okay. When she starts looking through stuff in the house, she discovers that her older sister killed somebody. And then that's why she committed suicide. But it's just a whole bunch of stuff, and she just trying to uncover some stuff, and a lot of people that her parents were close to, or I am spitting, no corona. But yeah, she's just trying to figure out what, and there's a lot of people in her life that's a little shady, you know what I'm saying? Because they got stuff to hide. So this book is told from two point of views, her and her sister. So yeah, definitely check out why this sister is so silent. Okay, definitely would recommend. So that's it for my books. I hope you guys enjoyed my little book talk, my little hair talk, my wisdom, and my shout outs. So yeah, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you guys for watching. Check out my live next Sunday. Turn your post notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.